Of the Garina, of the Garifuna people?
Yes.
Okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
The Garifuna people derive from two different groups of people. Let me go back to the slave trade, where you have the triangular slave trade in the European countries. So these people would be traveling from Europe to North America to the Caribbean and so forth. But during that same time, they have shipwreck of African slaves, and some African slaves swam to the shores of St. Vincent. A matter of fact, at Bali Zoo, where many were died and were buried in huge graves, and then some ended up swimming and get to St. Vincent. But the derivation of the Garifuna is basically through the Caribs, the yellow Caribs, and the Arawaks. So when the men came, they killed all the Arawaks men, and then they intermarried with, and they married to the Arawaks women. So the Caribs end up having the Garifuna, the newborn culture, which is the Garifuna. And the Garinago is the people, more than one, and the Garifuna is the singular part to one person, and also the language. So when the Garinago were, arrived in St. Vincent, they lived there, and the French, which is from France, came into St. Vincent and tried to kill out the people. And some Garinago remained in St. Vincent, and some, led by Alejo Beni, came to the shores of Honduras. And in Honduras, there was a civil war, and during that civil war, the Garinago were not violent and don't like wars, so some decided that they are going to move away from Honduras and then settle along the coast. So that's how they settled around the coast of Dangriga, which is the town now in our district. And from Dangriga, they move along to other shores, and then Hopkins, then you have St. Bite, and then the only inland Garifuna community, which is Georgetown. And then you have another town, which is Punta Gorda. So that is how we settled in Belize, and how the Garifuna culture actually come up in the country of Belize.